All right, guys, if you have been watching the recent Virtual Footballer video, the conversation that we had, it was about the NFL draft. At least a good portion of that discussion, we was talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, what their draft needs is. We was also talking about the coaching coming in. What's crazy is that real quick, I'm starting to get used to Doug Peterson. Ain't that some shit? At one point, I started not like the hire on my last video. Now I'm starting to get around to it. And you want to know why I am? One, because I really did took my time for a minute and be like, oh shit, DeMarco Murray is gonna be used correctly, and be like, oh shit, Sam Bradford actually has a shot of coming back, because the if you saw Doug Peterson's press conference, he said he really likes Bradford, he perfectly fits in his system. Don't get me wrong when I say this, I would like for Sam Bradford to come back. I would like to, because one, there's no other quarterback in this draft that we would want. Two, there's no other free agency. There's no other quarterback we want in free agency. There's none of them. So we're gonna take the best that's available, and Sam Bradford's the best that is available. Now some people saying, oh, don't get Deshaun Watson. Besides the one you saw from Virtual Football's video, some say, oh, don't get Deshaun Watson. You know, just a project QB. And then they say, oh, don't get Jared Goff. He's overrated. Which, in my opinion, he is overrated. Um, I'm not gonna go for Connor Cook. He's overrated. I wouldn't like the only two optional quarterbacks I would go for is Carson Wentz and Paxton Lynch. And Paxton Lynch to me, he's overrated. Both of them, both those quarterbacks. I'm not gonna say they're overrated, but both the quarterbacks I don't trust due to the competition they got. Now they'll look to Ben Roethlisberger. They'll look to Joe Flacco. They'll look to Tony Romo, and I understand that, but for me, this just isn't the class. Not every quarterback is gonna come in and they're gonna be like the quarterbacks we've just mentioned. I've just mentioned. They're not gonna be like them. They're not gonna get that kind of time. They're not gonna. Man, they probably will, but I'm just saying like like I don't see it. Not this class. I don't see it. Now, for me, I wanted the one that I was stressing the most was the Eagles drafting with the offensive line and the wide receivers. Now, what do I think about the Eagles getting offensive line? I have no problem with it because they're actually addressing a serious need is the offensive lineman. Now, I want to get at Virtual Footballer's comment. Understandably, his opinion, but I just didn't get. I still don't understand where he was getting with this comment, where he said, "Oh, about those guards. You just give those guards a chance because Chip Kelly's system." If you asked one Eagles fan that question, honestly, if you asked one Eagles fan that question, they would be pissed at you. Luckily for me, I'm kind of level-headed in this one, but if you asked any other Eagles fan that question, they'll probably want to rip your head off for that statement. And because those guards that we have, if you put those guards on other teams, they're at best what they are now. That's backup. That's either backup guards or guards that just don't have a job in the NFL. They'll probably be like in the I don't know Canadian Football League or the Arena Football League if that was the case, because they won't be picked up by any other team unless it's for depth. They're depth guards. They're guards that you don't start right away. Why do you think that's why I would just sit up there on everyone's mock drafts and even my own mock draft that I made and be like, yo, I can see the Eagles really getting this guy or getting that guy just to address the position. Because these guards suck balls. Even if you put them in another system, a pro style system, they're not gonna do shit. They get no push off the line at all. They get no push. They get bullied at the line. These guys are shitty. They proved it all year. How do you think that's how? How do you think that's how Sam Bradford got injured for those 2 games? It's because of those shitty guards. They they don't fight. They don't bully defensive tackles. We want mean ass linemen. We didn't get that with those guards. We 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 at least got it from Jason Peters. We at least got it from Lane Johnson. We at least got it on some cases with Jason Kelsey, and he was having a shitty year. And he's more undersized than those guards. Ain't that some shit? Now everyone's gonna look at that Giants game like, yo, that's the Giants. That's the Giants. They was fighting to lose. They wanted to lose. That Giants game don't mean shit to me. That one sack Marcus Smith got, oh, he got potential. No, fuck out of here. Where was he when he was drafted in 2014? Exactly. On the bench. And still is on the bench. And that you can blame Howie Roseman for it, and he finally publicly admitted that Marcus Smith was his pick. So, what's crazy to me with this is like, yo, that line play, shitty. But now I'm going to definitely get to this. The wide receivers. Nelson Aguilar and Jordan Matthews, they right now they are excused. They are excused. Because they've at least, Nelson Aguilar, he's a rookie. I'm going to give him time. Jordan Matthews, he had an okay year. He almost got the 1,000. But Josh Huff, for me, I'm sorry. He hasn't shown me anything for these 3 seasons. Only thing he has shown me is one good play here and there and just being the special teams guy throughout the rest of the season. What Eagles fans want him back here? No, because I'm already seeing it on comments, and I'm already seeing it from their own videos. Be like, yo, we might have to get rid of Josh Huff as well. He don't do shit. I mean, he don't do shit. Besides that one good stiff arm he laid out on the Cowboys in 2014, he hasn't done shit at all. So, I mean, yeah, there's and also that kick return. But after that, he hasn't done shit. So, for me, I won't be surprised if people be like, yo, just get rid of Josh Huff. He don't do shit. Granted, it's his 3rd year right along with Jordan Matthews and Nelson Aguilar. But that's the thing. Nelson Aguilar, he's at least showed promise in that one shitty year. In this one shitty year he had. He's at least shown some bit of promise. I mean, Jordan Matthews, he's already looking like a solid, I'll say Jason Avant type of receiver. I'll say that much. But the thing is that with Jason Avant was that he wasn't really known for his speed. He wasn't really known for running his routes. He was known for catching a damn ball. That's what, really for me, that's what Jordan Matthews need to be looking at for advice is Jason Avant. Because you already saw what happened on Saturday. Dude can fucking catch. At least that kind of guy, a younger version of Jason Avant, be able to run a little bit more faster, run a couple of routes, at least catch some bit of deep balls, and catch the ball. That's what every wide receiver in this damn team needs to be looking at as a wide receiver coach. They need to look at fucking Jason Avant. I swear, the dude fucking damn near pushing 40 and he can still catch like it's nothing. But yeah, for me, our wide receivers, yeah, let's say Josh Huff. Personally, for me, he need to go. And I didn't get it when Virtual Football just went up and said, oh, okay, you need to, give him more time and all that. For me, yeah, I will give him more time, but for me, I'm tired of running out. I'm running out of patience with this dude. Really quick, I'm running out of patience. That says a lot about how much we don't care about his play. All he does is just do kickoff returns. What I want, one more thing for this, for people that don't know, with this NFL draft coming up, I'm gonna let you know for the blue chip talent that could possibly drop to the Eagles. What's his name? I think it's Robert Kimdichie. I think his name is Robert Kimdichie. If I got a guy's name wrong, then correct me. Kimdichie from Ole Miss, the defensive tackle, think it's number 6. If he drops to 13, grab his ass. I understand that we already got more than enough talent at the pass rusher position, But you don't pass up a guy who has the potential to be Fletcher Cox 2.0. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You can't pass that up. Now, another blue chip talent, also from Ole Miss. If he drops to 13, and also, might I add, this is a position of need, in my personal opinion. If Laquan Treadwell drops to 13, you grab his ass. You want to know why? One, the dude's Des Bryant 2.0. Two, he can catch the ball. Three, he is exactly what we are looking for a potential number one type wide receiver, and he is younger, and he'll come on the cheap because he's a rookie. Fuck that. If he drops to 13, get his ass. I understand the top priorities are offensive lineman, quarterback, and pretty much that be it. But if you see blue chip talent like that, it needs to be best player available, not with what we need right now. Because I'm telling you, if you go with best player available, and if you see these blue chip talents drop to you at 13, you need to grab these motherfuckers because they will work out for you in the long run. And especially for this situation with Doug Peterson, he's going to be more of a passer kind of quarterback. Something that we kind of like. I wouldn't say we wouldn't want around because we would want to run the ball with the kind of talent we have at running back. But if we get that guy, if we get Laquan Treadwell, I won't be surprised if we be pass happy towards this dude and towards that young talent of wide receivers that we have. So for me, it goes like this with the wide receiver position. And a lot of fans are saying this for free agency, is that they would want Anquan Bolden here. I'm not mad at that because you would want an experienced receiver who's at least still serviceable. And, understandably, he's on his last legs, but yeah, he's still serviceable and he can still teach the wide receivers a couple of things. But if we end up getting Laquan Treadwell, then we good. Either him or that one guy I put out on Bleeding Green Nation for that blog post, Michael Thomas. Either one of them is good for me. Now for the cornerback position, you don't need to address it. The safety position, you'll probably need to address it if we let Walter Thurman walk. I'll say get Jaron Curse from Clemson. He's the prototypical box safety, and for that 4-3, we're probably going to be needing a box safety anyway. So he'll be the box safety. I believe he also hits hard. I don't know for sure. I need to look up more on this guy. But from what I know for sure is that if the Eagles were to get him with the third pick, and I don't know if he'll still be around in the second or the third. Well, really the third because the Eagles lost their second. I don't know if he'll still be around the third, but if that ends up being the case, then you need to get him because there's a high chance Walter Thurman will be walking, as much as I hate to say it. And after that, we'll be fine. There's nothing else we'll need to address but that. Unless if all of a sudden Carson Wentz somehow still in the third, fourth round, then grab his ass. Grab his ass, because then he'll probably who knows, he might be still later on in a couple of years. So we don't know for sure. For me, with those opinions that was set out with Virtual Footballer, with BB, with Dollar, just the thing. The crazy thing is that the Eagles are not as bad as you're really expecting. Especially from the secondary position. And this what really, really pissed me off the most was the secondary, where it was just, how can I say it? Where you guys basically just downplayed the secondary. The crazy thing is they was good the first half of the year. Y'all want to know why they was bad the second half of the year? Because Billy Davis don't know what the fuck he doing. Now we got Jim Schwartz here. And what did I say on that discussion? I said the Eagles switch back to the 4-3. Watch what happens the next season. And lo and behold, we get Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz. Jim fucking Schwartz, man. The guy that came in with that 2014 Bills team and that was dominant that year. And that was dominant the couple of years that he was there with Tennessee. The only problems that he had was on defense was the run game. For us, that's no problem because our run game has been solid. So, imagine this. Fletcher Cox, front four, Fletcher Cox, Benny Logan, Brandon Graham, Vinny Curry. Granted, three of those linemen, y'all motherfuckers don't know. I can tell y'all don't know him. The only one you know why this is Fletcher Cox because he's making such a big impact, and he barely got his recognition last year and the year before that. But like I said, man, y'all gonna be in for an entirely new ball game with that Eagles 4-3, and I hope to God you look closely at that Philadelphia Eagles team, and I mean look at their defense. As for that secondary, Byron Maxwell, to me, he was absolutely used incorrectly. Now, by all means, did he deserve that money that was given to him? Oh hell no, not in the slightest. He wasn't. But for me, this is what I want to see. I want to see players that are used correctly. The crazy thing is, Byron Maxwell wasn't used correctly, and only thing that he gave up was about 2 touchdowns this season, 2 to 3 touchdowns this season. Ain't that something about a cornerback that you guys basically just laughed at? He gave up 2 touchdowns the whole year. And while being used incorrectly, imagine if he was used correctly in this system. Imagine if he was able to not be 10 yards away from his wide receiver that you guys tend to look at a lot with the Atlanta Falcons game, where all the Falcons did was just throw underneath throws. Not that I'm mad at him for that. You're supposed to exploit the defense. They did exactly that. Only thing Billy Davis knows how to do is put players in shitty positions. And trust me, Jim Schwartz, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. I can't fucking wait for the 2016 Philadelphia Eagles defense. I'm not saying so much about their offense because I know that offense is going to need a little bit more time to get their shit together. But that defense, if that defense is what I and other Eagles fans are going to be expecting to be in a couple of years, then I hope to not hear a peep out of you when Byron Maxwell hopefully snaps with this team and hopefully earns that money that he really personally, which every Eagles fan will say he don't deserve. The only reason why we gave him that much money is because we was desperate. I hope that Eric Rowe comes up and be what he's supposed to be, a solid ass corner. He was this year. He was all right this year. Once again, put in another shitty position, having him cover Calvin Johnson, Calvin fucking Johnson. Once again, right? Eric Rowe's probably a bust in your mind already. Hold on for a minute. Yeah. Then I can't. I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.